How to find language resources. So basically, I'm not going to waste your time. I'm just going to talk about how to find resources to actually help you learn whatever language you're learning. So first of all, what actually are resources? Resources are basically anything you might use to help you learn a language. So YouTube videos of people explaining stuff, or like YouTube videos of people, just talking so you can listen. Websites with explanations, books, movies, TV shows, courses, anything that could kind of teach you the language, I guess including teachers as well. So yeah, anything. And resources can also be free or paid. So there's a lot of free resources you can access on the internet. That's obviously what I try and recommend because there's no reason to spend money when you don't need to. I'm of the opinion. I think that's fairly common sense. But yeah, this video will discuss which resource is best, how to use them, and where to find these basically. So first of all, almost everything you need is completely free and online. So the first thing I'd recommend you do is, I think in a previous video, I will have it pop up on the screen right now, I talked about the number one problem people have with language learning, and that's that they don't have a clear structure. They don't know, like everyone, okay, you know what it looks like when you can speak a language. You can talk to people about basically anything. You can read and stuff, but you don't actually know what you need to learn to get to that point. Like you don't know what verb conjugation is. You don't know what all these words mean. So the best thing you can possibly do is find some kind of full guide, because the reason that's beneficial is because it will have everything basically you need to learn in it, hopefully in the order you learn it as well. So I've got some screenshots on the next slide. This is an example of a full guide I have for Russian, so I will I won't probably can't be bothered putting the link in the description to it, because unless someone speaks Russian, unless someone is learning Russian, it wouldn't be useful to them, this specific one. But if you are learning Russian, go for it, comment down below and I'll send it to you. This is just a full course, so as you can see on the site, not a full course, sorry, it's a free guide online where it's just got like tons of information. As you can see here on the left, if you can see my cursor, on this top photo, it's got like verbs, nouns. I love is just talking about the verb love. Places, family members. It literally just goes through and talks about everything, kind of helps you with everything. There's even more down here if you just wanted to. You can pause the video and have a look at that if you want. So that is the kind of full guide I'm talking about. Just someone has just had a lot of spare time or whatever. They've just made like a free website we can go through, and it's just got tons of information. If you can find something like that, that is excellent, because it will kind of walk you through in like, see how it's got numbers as well? It's just walking you through in like an appropriate order. So those are really good. I would highly recommend you find one of them. It can be a website, or it can be like a YouTube playlist, or potentially if a YouTuber has one organized for that language where it's in order of what they think you should learn, and you can go through and complete it. But yeah, that's really good because it will help you with structure. YouTube vlogs are also good. Candid. So what I mean by that is like candid photos, for example, or when you take a photo of something and no one's posing, it's just been taken. That's kind of what I mean for vlogs, as in like almost like day in the life, just talking to people, so you can kind of hear how people actually talk in that language, and just listening to that, even if it is not, you don't completely understand, that's absolutely fine. Just listening to people talk is good, because it is having that effect on your brain and you're learning. That's kind of how you learn English in the first place. That is how you learn English as well. You know nothing and you just listen, and over time. So yeah, that is definitely good for you as well. And enjoyable content as well. I put an asterisk because it's not always free, but there's plenty of books you can find online. There's plenty of you can definitely find movies and TV and stuff like online. How do I say this? You can probably there's a reason there's the asterisk there, right? So you can definitely try and find some of that stuff for free. Be careful with the legal side of it, because sometimes it's might not be legally desirable to take these kind of things for free. But yeah, if you can find them for free, that's good. If not, you might have to pay for them. But enjoyable content is very important, so because it will motivate you, particularly if it is like advanced. So like I wanted to read the Harry Potter series in Italian, for example. That's advanced, so it's going to take a bit of time to get to the level where you can read it properly. That's kind of pushing your motivation to learn. So yeah, those are the free things. Obviously the last one's questionable, but yeah, additionally there are a few other resources that cost money. I've talked more about this in my video that I had pop up on the screen before, but there are some things that aren't free that can be beneficial, but they're not necessary per se to learn the language. Like obviously you can't learn a language without some kind of explanation on things. It would just be impossible. You can learn a language without tutoring, but it can be a bit sketchy. So there is online tutoring or online coaching can be very useful as well, unless you can find someone in real life for talking with a native and having them like explain problems to you and pick up errors like that. And yeah, that can be useful, but of course you do have to pay money. So that's for a brief summary, which is what I wanted this video to be. That is, I think, a basic rundown on the resources you need. You don't need anything that much more specific. Like, ideally you have a notebook and working internet to access all these things. But yeah, that's basically everything you need. So yeah, I do have my personal website. I'll have a link in the description, headofstate.com.au. It has, I'm currently working on the gold mine for it, which basically contains a bunch of resources on the most popular languages. It's not currently fully operational, but it will be soon, because I am almost finished working on lots of it. And I also do my own online coaching. Check the link in the description if you're interested in that, but I would highly recommend that for beginner language students. So yeah, have a good one, guys, and I hope I did teach you a lot in that video. Like and subscribe.